So this league we have a lot of changes in Path of Exile, many of them, but I'm very interested in the changes of the melee builds. I have many melee builds. I have several of them. I love this, and I've been playing melee like since 2017 in Harbinger League, where I started with my Sunder Marauder there. Some notable things that I want to share here. I'm going to start with the Gladiator. So the Gladiator changed drastically, and I'm very interested in some of the changes. For example, here we have this War of Attrition, ascendancy passive skill, that causes you to deal 1% more damage with hits and ailments to rare and unique enemies for each second they've been in your presence, up to a maximum of 100%. So you spend 1 minute and 40 seconds fighting an enemy, and you're going to be inflicting 100% more damage with hits and ailments on him. Bleeding, which has been aggravated, always deals higher damage as though the target was moving. So this is an option. We have to put this in the calculator, of course, to see if it is going to be better just to have Crimson Dance build, or a build with 1 bleed with aggravated bleeds. I don't know. This is to be seen. But this is very interesting. I want to explore this. And 30% more damage hits and ailments against enemies that are on low life while you are wielding an axe. So this is an interesting choice if we go for the axe. The other ones are just like, it depends on your build. Fully depends on your build. The other choices here. Look, existing repose skill gems are now glacial shield swipe gems. Existing reckoning skill gems are now sword storm gems. And vengeance are now crushing fist gems. My first builds of Gladiator used it to have repose and reckoning, and many of my Marauder builds have vengeance, but now I don't have links anymore because we cannot put our guard skill in the left click anymore. So I'm kind of thirsty on gem slots, and maybe I don't interact that much with the Retaliator and skills. But it's interesting because the Gladiator has many options for it now, like to make it a little more active playstyle. The meta of Path of Exile is still kill before you, like, they even notice you. Obviously, definitely. But I mean, they are working on the game, and I really wanted to interact with these systems. But I don't know if it's going to be possible or that easy. Still on the Gladiator, we have Flesh and Stone. Flesh and Stone actually works for everybody. Nearby enemies take up to 10% more physical damage from hits while in the blood stance. And in Sand Stance, which is the hardcore stance, you take up to 10% less damage from nearby enemies while in Sand Stance, which makes you not only use Flesh and Stone, you will want to use it, right? And now also you want to be close to enemies. You want to be in the face of them, not to take this much damage. And it's not closer to attack damage anymore. It's damage. So they made it back, like if it's better than it was before. Much better. We don't have the bonus anymore of like enemies away from the area, but I mean they are making up for it, I guess, with this bonus. This is great. War Banner looks to me like the way to go. They changed the banners. The banners are not reservation anymore. They don't reserve your mana, but they're not permanent anymore. You need to activate them, and you gain Valor. And as you gain Valor, you can use this Valor to activate them and put them on the ground. But for me, it looks like this one here is the one to go. You still have more effects and aura, but this one here, War Banner, is the one that gives you 4% more physical damage with melee skills. And that's going to be probably at like 4.4% because of the 10% here. Maybe we have some quality, maybe we have some passives that are going to increase it to 6, 8, or 10 or something. So the versatile combatant, it was buffed, and I use it in my build. It was buffed now. It now provides minus 10% maximum chance to block attack damage and spell damage. It was previously both minus 20, 25. So your maximum would be 50. Now your maximum is 65. They're really giving a lot of love for melee now. That's the melee league. Yay! Legion and now Kalguur. We have many reservation passives around the Marauder and Duelists. We can find them all over the place. You can find them in the video when he mentions there, but you can also type reservation here in the patch notes and you can easily find them. So that's pretty good. Getting out a little bit from the Gladiator, which is going to be my league start, my Lacerate Gladiator. Love it. I also really enjoyed the Slam builds when they came about, and I will try some very good builds because we have now some quality of life in the ways that we have more accessible maximum resistances in the tree. Also, jewels now can roll them. Regular jewels can now roll suffix modifiers for maximum fire, cold, or lightning resistance. This is amazing. Also, they made the endurance charges grant 4% to elemental resistances per endurance charge, no more. Now they grant 4% additional elemental mana reduction per endurance charge, which is much better because this sums on top of your resistances instead of just being wasted. This is great. And you can put on top of this the removing the diminishing of resistances by curses from enemies, which is great. Good thing, added a new strength support gem, overexertion. Support melee attack skills which can be exerted, causing them to deal more damage for each war cry exerting them. This, in the video we could see that it was 12% more for each, and also gives you more if it is being exerted. So it's great for people that want to shout, one hit and move, especially with the Impaler. They changed it from 4 to 5 seconds and impales. So I haven't tried it before, but definitely I want to try it now. The Impaler looks great now, especially with like slam builds. Definitely I'm going to go there. The Impaler. They changed the rage. Rage used to give to you the rage changes here. You can read here, rage rework, but the thing is that they changed it to be only more attack damage. You used it to be attack speed and movement speed also. Now not anymore. Now only attack damage. And many changes, many passives, and many interactions, and even the Berserker now has many changes. And at some point we are going to have the new PoE here, and we just have to wait for these great people to give us like all the love that they have to give the community, so that we can do our good calculations. Kaom's Heart now, they give us 1,000 maximum life. We are back to the beginning. It used to be 1,000 that they nerfed to 500, and it was kind of not worth it anymore because, dude, you gain so much more from armor, right? You get armor itself, you gain additional physical damage reduction, maximum shit, and you can enchant it, you can... Come on, man. But now, that's a solid choice. That's a solid choice for many builds. I would still take a very, very well rolled rare armor any day, but either for starters or for non-melee builds, Kaom's Heart looks to be a very solid choice. Hope to see you in any of these melee builds. I'm going to update all of my builds. I maybe even make new builds here, but I'm definitely going to update all of my builds, and I'm going to post them little by little from here until the release of the next League of PoE. I see you there.